Music Access. Isn't it really weird? On days when one of your plans gets canceled, you might find all of your other plans also getting canceled as well. At home, you may find all of the things you need to buy running out all at once, and at work, you may find yourself getting swamped with work that always seems to come in bulk. Maybe it's because of the stress you feel when you're rushed, but once these busy days have gone, you can't help but to feel relieved when the weekend rolls around. You feel so thankful for the weekend, and the time spent for the rest couldn't be any sweeter. You promise yourself not to waste even 10 minutes of your precious weekend. If you think about it that way, you wonder if the busy couple of days actually helped you enjoy the weekend even more. So, let's enjoy it as much as we can. I'm talking about this weekend! The first song you heard today, Saturday, August 29th, 2015, was Fun by Pitbull featuring Chris Brown. Oh! What's up, guys? It is a gorgeous Saturday, right? Because it's always gorgeous. Every day is gorgeous. I'm gorgeous. You're gorgeous. We're all gorgeous people. Shout out to the gorgeous people. Okay, now we're going to start our Saturday edition of Music Access right now. In our Saturday corner, my text and message, which is all about you. We're going to read your messages and listen to your song requests for the next 2 hours. Also, our special corner in corner, my text message during the first hour of our Saturday show will be especially reserved for your text or social media messages. Send me a text message or SNS message that was the most memorable for you during the week, and I'll introduce it during that time. The reason why we're doing this is because the messages that were memorable for you may also strike a chord with our other listeners as well. So, send in the messages that you remember, short or long. You can send in the message itself, or you can also tell us about how you got the message or why you sent the message too. We'll introduce those text messages briefly before moving on to your other messages and letters for my message, which will go on during the rest of the show. My text message will be short and special, and all of the other messages that we receive will be introduced during my message all the way up to the end of the second hour. Now here's how you can listen and participate on Music Access. You can download the Arirang Radio or TuneIn Radio app on your smartphone, and you can also send us messages through the app using the comment function. You can also listen to us by visiting our website www.arirangradio.com/musicaccess and leave your messages there on our message board. Another way you can tune in is through terrestrial DMB, but this is only available for our listeners living on Jeju Island. The frequencies are 88.7 for Jeju City, 88.1 for Seogwipo, and 101.9 for Daejeong. And remember, guys, of course, if you have any great, amazing, gorgeous song requests, keep them coming by posting up a request on our message board under the title Request. Now, before we come back with my text and message, we're going to check out 2 great songs, and we're going to start with Poison by Rita Ora, followed by Extraordinary by Clean Bandit. Reading your messages again and again, reading through the messages I sent again and again. The messages I wait for, the messages that make me laugh, the messages that are precious to me. My text message. Which messages were the ones that were the most memorable to you from the week gone by? The messages that you keep are the words from the person you want to keep close, and if you remember the messages that you sent, you probably spent a lot of time thinking about it before sending it. Our special Corner in Corner for Saturdays, my text message is all about sharing the social media or text message that was the most memorable to you from the week gone by. It could have been a message that made you really happy or angry, or something that made you laugh out loud, or a message that made you really frustrated. Let us know which message was the most memorable, and also share with us some of the messages that you keep saved in your mobile device and tell us why. Just write my text on your message to write in. And we have Tati Feria from Algeria saying, the text that I really can't forget is a text to a friend of mine who had a brain tumor. This happened last year, and I said I translated the text because originally it's in French. Hey, are you at the hospital ready for your surgery? Be strong. I need you to be healthy when we go together to Seoul. Be strong, bestie. I still feel the excitement and the happiness when I sent it, but there's another feeling, sadness, because actually this was my last message that I sent to her. Yeah, she passed away, and it was really unexpected for me, and it was hard to lose such an awesome friend. We were 15 years old. She was so young, and I still didn't delete her phone number and my texts with her. But this is life. People pass away. Others have just opened their eyes to a brand new life. I miss her. I hope she can rest in peace, and this was the best for her, because if she lived more, I think she was going to suffer a lot. We should stay positive. I think you really nailed the ball on that one. Unfortunate as it is that she passed along, I think it's a good view to have that, there are people that pass, and as people pass, new people open their eyes, and, granted, it's unfortunate that you couldn't have had a last trip with her. I think those kind of things are, there's a lot of movies about that kind of stuff, They call it like a bucket list, or things that you want to do before you pass, and then a lot of movies focus on that kind of aspect of friendship before death, or talking about that deep bond, whether it's purely platonic or whether it's romantic. It really, I think, the important thing is that you treasured that last moment you had together, and you don't forget it, and it's something that you will have with you for the rest of your life, and the good memories that you had together. Unfortunately, you couldn't go on that last trip, but at least you had that kind of positive moment together. And then, in the future, hopefully when you come across other people who may have had a similar experience, you can share experiences, share emotions, and, maybe if someone's going through a tough time as a result of their experience, you could help them out, I think it's, I just really think you nailed the ball on this, and, staying positive. Yeah, man, this goes out to everyone. Stay positive. Life can get you down, but keep giving yourself pluses and you'll stay positive. Sorry for the bad joke. Now, before we continue to move on, let's check out two songs. Yuri of Japan requested Umbrella by Rihanna, and Mylene of the USA wants to hear The Reason by Hoobastank. We just heard Umbrella by Rihanna, followed by The Reason by Hoobastank. And I want to thank everyone for writing in for my text message. Hopefully we'll be able to share more next week as we continue on. So, tell me about the messages that made you laugh, smile, moved you to tears, or made you feel really emotional. It can be a message you received or a message you sent yourself. You can send in the message itself, or you can tell me a little bit about the situation and how you received the message, or why you sent it. It doesn't have to be a text. Remember, it can be an SNS message as well. Just remember to write my text on your title before you post up your message, and I'll introduce them the best I can during this time every week. Now, starting until the end of the second hour, we're going to take a look at what our MA family members have been doing this week from Monday through Friday, what y'all are doing right now, and just all the stuff you want to talk about via my message. Remember, y'all are the stars, so make sure to send your stories to our message board. Now, our first message for my message comes from Unita Suino from Indonesia saying, Happy Saturday, Benji. I want to send a memorable message here to you. Yes, you, Benji. Benji, do you know that you make us fall in love with you listening to your voice on the radio because you make us happy and because you brighten our day? But for all of that, I want to say thank you. You make Love Is on the Radio become real. You know that we, all the boys, always got your back. Thanks for appreciating us. We love you, Benji. Strangers stop by to say hello. But since we found each other to be a family, so let's say hello and be a family forever. Strangers Stop By to Say Hello is a part of the lyrics of Love Is On the Radio by McFly. Do you know that song? I'd like to dedicate this song to you, all MA staff, and all MA listeners as well. I'm glad to have you all as my family. XOXO. Much love from Unita. I think it's a beautiful message that you wrote, and I want to say thank you for thanking me. I think when it comes to life, you can never say thank you too much. You can say, I'll have another helping. You can say supersize it too much, because that can get really unhealthy. But, when it comes to thank you, it's really just a great show of support and emotion for other people that I think is something that everyone needs. Everyone wants to be appreciated. And to a certain extent, we don't really, I think, show that as much as we could, saying, hey, thanks so much, man, for this. Or, hey, really, thank you so much for doing this for me, is something that the more we say it, the more people will feel our emotions. And the more we can feel a little bit more, how should I put this? Positive, I think. It gives a very positive outlook to the world. And, love is on the radio. One love, one world, one love, one peace, one MA family. I think it's really great how we support each other via our messages and via, it's an interportal to a certain extent, Music Access. I'm talking to you, you're talking to me, and we're all talking to each other. People are talking, our listeners talk with each other, and I think that's something that's just really, really bomb. So, you did request the song, Love Is On The Radio. So, as we are going to listen to two songs, the first song that we're going to listen to is Haruka of Japan's requested Shake It Off by Taylor Swift, and we'll follow it with the Unita requested Love Is On The Radio by McFly. We just heard Shake It Off by Taylor Swift, followed by Love Is On The Radio by McFly. That is a pretty fly song. And shout out to all the babies in the room, and all the MA family, and all the beginning in the house. Alright, moving on to our next message, we have Flor Lopez from the USA saying, Hi Oppa, I've been really sleep deprived lately because I keep listening to Arirang Radio late into the night and don't stop listening until the sun has risen on to the new day. Have you ever done that? Been so into a show that you do that? Not really specifically. I think I haven't done that for a very, show or anything because I just get too tired. But I think I just kind of sleep when it comes to the American dramas. Pretty good stuff. But remember, don't get too caught into it because that's really bad. You need sleep. Remember to sleep, Floor. Now, before we continue on, of course, we're going to check out two more songs. It is a music weekend. So we're going to listen to the song Vanessa of Canada requested, 마주 보며 서 있어 by Infinite, and Komnuna of Thailand requested, Sorry by Juniel. We just heard 마주 보며 서 있어 by Infinite, followed by Sorry by Juniel. And continuing the great music mood, we're going to continue on with two more great songs. Mott of Thailand did request Good Life, but we can't play it on the air, so we're going to put it with Give It To You by Kebomju featuring Pio and Nihwa. And Floor of the USA requested Life by Rubber Soul featuring Mad Clown. Alright, right after a short break, we'll continue on with our Saturday show, introducing the messages sent to us by you, so stay tuned. We're gonna check out the song Kirsten of the USA wants to hear, Yoshimi Battles the Pink Robots by The Flaming Lips. You're listening to Music Access with me, Benji of B.I.G, and our first song starting off the second hour of our show for Saturday, August 29th was Waiting for Love by Avicii. Now here's how you can listen and participate. You can download the Arirang Radio or TuneIn Radio app on your smartphone, and you can also send us messages through the app using the comment function. You can also listen to us by visiting our website www.arirangradio.com/musicaccess and leave your messages there on our message board. Another way you can tune in is through terrestrial DMB, but this is only available for our listeners living on Jeju Island. The frequencies are 88.7 for Jeju City, 88.1 for Seogwipo, and 101.9 for Daejeong. Now, before we come back with more messages, we're going to check out two songs, and we're going to do Heartbeat Song by Kelly Clarkson, followed by Let It Go by James Bay. We just heard Heartbeat Song by Kelly Clarkson, followed by Let It Go by James Bay. I'm Benji of B.I.G, your host for Music Access, and you're listening to our Saturday Corner, My Text and Message. But we are on the My Message section of our corner, where we'll be introducing your messages sent into us here at Music Access and checking out your song requests as per usual. Now, continuing on with the messages, first we've got Claudia from Chile saying, "My dear Benji, just dropping by to say hello. Hoping you're having a fantastic week and wanted to let you know that I'm almost done with my tests and I got only A's, so I'm really happy. Have a wonderful day, sweetie. Lots of love." Yay! So we're going to sing the congratulations song. Congratulations and celebrations. You got all A's and you're almost done with your test. So that means that all the other tests you do, if you get an A, then you'll have only A's. Hey! Congratulations, though, for real. I'm sure you must have studied very hard and worked very hard in class. So once you're done with those tests, remember, get some ice cream covered chocolate brownies. Or is it brownie covered ice cream? No, it's probably ice cream covered chocolate brownies. Although brownie covered ice cream would be pretty dope. Pick one of the two, whichever one you'd prefer. Now, before we move on, we're going to check out two great songs. Amber of the USA requested Choro by B.I.G, and we're going to follow it with Lionheart by Girls' Generation. Lionheart. We just heard Choro by B.I.G, followed by Lionheart by Girls' Generation. And, of course, we're moving on to our next message. We've got Hannah Paik from Korea saying, "Hi, Benji, how's your day so far? I'm pretty good apart from the weather. It's cold and raining cats and dogs in NZ. I hate rain, and, do you like rain? You can't go out and play when it pours rain. You're stuck at home all day. And anyway, I work with children 5 to 16. Some of them are disabled, and I also look after them. They're really nice and pure, if you know what I mean. Do you like kids? When I get married, I want to have as many kids as God allows me." Okay, I'll stop here. Thanks for reading. Have a great day. Love from New Zealand. NZ. Maybe not from Korea. Maybe I read the direction wrong. Anyways, do I like rainy days? Depends. I guess if I have nothing to do, then, I'm cool with rainy days. But if I have to perform outside or if I have stuff that I need to do outside, it can be a little bit of a bummer. Although Seattle rain is pretty chill because I can stay at home all day playing video games. Do I like kids? That's the second question you asked. I do like kids. I think they're super, super adorable, especially when they have no idea what they're doing and then they do something very, very confidently and then it works or it doesn't work. I think it's really funny and really cute. Otherwise, in terms of how many kids do I want to have, or like, do I want to have 2 boys and 2 girls, or like 5 boys and 20 girls, or 20 boys and 5 girls? That's too many kids. I don't know. I'm assuming that you guys were curious, how many kids or what kind of kids do I want to have. I want my kid to have superpowers. I want him to be able to make me a donut. If I press a button, I want to get a donut. That would be really cool. Although that has nothing to do with kids. That has to do with a button. Yeah. Anyways, meh. Now we're going to continue on with 2 more great songs. First, we're going to start with the one the Ploy of Thailand wants to request, 20 by 17. And we'll follow with I Feel You by the Wonder Girls. We just heard 20 by 17, followed by I Feel You by the Wonder Girls. Then continuing on to our next message, we have Ryoko from Japan saying, "Hi, Benji. Last week, the company chairman did a night cruise in their own ship. Woo! It was very fun, and we also did a barbecue on the boat. I watched the cruise you did on Tour versus Tour, and I thought, that looks really fun. I want to go on a cruise. I want to experience a Hangang night cruise if I ever go to South Korea." That would be pretty chill. I've been on a Hangang night cruise before for some gig I did, and it's a lot of fun. Boats are boats, but I think the important thing about a cruise is you need to go outside, and not in terms of outside the boat because that's water, but like in terms of going on, the deck, feeling the breeze, getting all that salty air. And if you have never been on a cruise before, I will put it this way. They can be very bumpy sometimes, depending on how big the ship is. And if you do get seasick easily, it could be a little bit of a, something you might need to have to consider. Because, seasickness is a thing. Or bring some seasickness pills with you. Whatever floats your boat. Yeah, see the expression I used there. But for real, I think cruises are super, super fun, especially if you can, do a barbecue on it, or just to spend an entire lazy day. If you can rent a boat, although that's probably going to be super expensive. I've never actually rented a boat, so I don't know how expensive that is. But, just spending a lazy day in a quiet, lake, ocean, wherever you may be. Something like that would be, I think, super, super fun. And also, don't forget to cheat those brownie-covered ice cream, chocolate stuff on the boat, because you always need something sweet to go with this salty air. Now, before we move on, we're going to continue with 2 more songs. Claudia of Chile, you requested 사랑밖엔 난 몰라, the remix version by 소심한 오빠들, or the Shy Oppas, and we'll follow with Rainy by A Curve. We just heard 사랑밖엔 난 몰라, the remix version by 소심한 오빠들, followed by Rainy by A Curve. Side note, I didn't know who 소심한 오빠들 was, but apparently they're an indie band in Korea, and I really like their sound, and he's got a really, really, really distinct voice, so yeah, I guess I'll go check him out. Alright, so thank you, Claudia, for that song recommendation. Of course, guys, the more songs that you request, there's actually a lot of songs that I don't know, apart from, the major K-pop songs, so, if you have any interesting songs that y'all want to recommend, come on and post them up, because, I really love listening to songs that I don't know. Now, continuing on with our messages, we have Vanessa from Canada asking, hello Benji, how has your summer been overall? Do you have many plans for the fall season besides preparing for B.I.G's comeback? I hope you've had a great summer and will have an even better fall. Alright, so summer recap. Let's see. First of all, my summer's been very, very hot. I think this summer was the summer in my entire life that I tanned the most. Usually I stay indoors and play video games, or I'd go outside when I was junior high third grade. Junior high third grade. The junior high, like 9th grade, 8th grade. So like a second year till the end of high school, I went on summer music festivals in the States. And so, I'd fly to a location with other young, hopeful, aspirational musicians around my age, all very good people. And then we'd spend, 6 weeks, 9 weeks, depending on how long it was, just doing music. I think that was one of the most fun experiences of my life because usually, when we wake up, we have to go to school or we have to play video games. But it's totally the opposite. You wake up and you eat breakfast with all your friends who are chilling because there's obviously, a dorm or a campus kind of dorm. Duh. And then it's essentially just chilling and doing music. So, you take a bus to the practice areas, you're making music. If you get, lonely doing it, you'd be like, hey, so you want to read through some music with me? And you do some music for the first time. And then also one of the best parts about that was after you do music and you practice and all that stuff and you're watching concerts, you go back to the dorm and you play video games. That was super, super fun. Sometimes they'd be games like, I remember there was a game where we'd watch it's a single player game. It's a RPG, a role-playing fantasy game, very famous. It rhymes with Miablo. And we just take turns watching each other play. When someone dies, we switch characters or we switch turns. And also just a lot of just fun tomfoolery, just drinking, energy drinks, running around on the grass, having a lot of fun, going into the town, finding out that I have no money in my wallet. They're like, yo, so can you lend me, $5 so I can get some ice cream? Because, yeah, guys, ice cream in that city was crazy expensive. Summer memories. When I met you in the summer. Alright, now you asked about our fall season preparations. That's right, we do have a lot of preparations for the fall. Besides B.I.G's comeback, we also have... I might perform violin, actually. That's a thing. I might have a concert doing something. I can't give out full details on the disclosure, but when things get solidified, I will let you know. And other than that, in the fall, I am planning to upload something cool somewhere. Whether that's a picture or whether that's a song, I don't know, but it's just a plan. It's a plan. It's temporary. We'll find out. All right, now before we continue on, we're gonna check out 2 awesome songs. We're gonna start with "Don't Be So Hard on Yourself" by Jess Glynn, followed by "Can't Feel My Face" by The Weeknd. We just heard "Don't Be So Hard on Yourself" by Jess Glynn, followed by "Can't Feel My Face" by The Weeknd. You know, side note, I fell in love with The Weeknd recently. He's got a cool voice. That man can sing. I can't do it. Alright, now continuing on. We're going to read our final message for today. We've got Makoto from Japan saying, "Hi guys, I'm studying while listening to Music Access. By the way, I went on homestay in the States. It was very fun, and I was surprised that American people are very kind to us, so maybe that's why Benji Oppa is kind to people too. Lastly, I want to say fighting for the people studying or working hard." Yeah, for those of y'all studying, fighting on your studies or your work, whichever that may be. And I hope you had a lot of fun in the States. I'm sure you had a great time. You know, people there are super cool. And I bet you had a lot of burgers or fried chicken or McDonald's. One of the 3, because that's what I usually eat. Although they do have a lot of variety. Anyways, I want to thank everyone for participating in my text and message. Remember, if you want your stories to be read from my text and message, here's what you need to do. If you want to write for my text, or mini corner and corner, go ahead and tell me about the messages that made you laugh, smile, moved you, or made you feel really sad or mad. It can be a message you received or sent, and you can send in the message itself, or just tell me a little bit about it and how you received or sent it. Remember, it doesn't have to be a text, it can be an SNS message as well. Just remember to write my text on your title before you post up your message. And also, if you want to just write in about anything and everything, and tell me about your week, what you're doing, and what your plans are, go ahead and share with us by writing my message on your title before posting that message up as well. Remember, you can download the Arirang Radio or TuneIn Radio app to listen and send messages. And you can also listen and send messages by visiting our website, www.arirangradio.com/musicaccess. Now it is time to say goodbye, but our last song for today is "Photograph" by Ed Sheeran. Awesome song. This was Benji of B.I.G, and as always, I'll be back.